The answer to creation is to create. When theory reaches a stalemate, things burn to begin. Just like the theory of gravity.
What?
Some interesting things happening in the world today, but 1730, eh? And it takes out a few villages. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, interesting things happening in the world today, and I think people are being drawn into the Trump card and a belief that a savior, if not through the Christian idea, but through the materialist, capitalist idea, is coming. It's a way of keeping the game going, keeping people believing that Georgian passage. Speaking of that, and this church, the Archbishop of Canterbury, a guy called Welby, I haven't really followed that closely, but there's all sorts of sodomy and strangeness with children and whatnot associated with him. I don't know whether he's covered things up or been involved in things himself, but it's all rather unsavory. And why hasn't he... I was in another little church this morning, actually. Didn't film it. But the church was tiny, a tiny chapel, and they were asking for money because they need £1.5 million to keep it. It's tiny, to keep it running. This one also is short of money, I can tell by the... See how we can't maintain these beautiful ceilings. How old is this church, do you think, Zizi? These are interesting stalls, actually. They've got little doors on them, and numbered. Don't often see that. Stalls with doors, look. Open the door. And go in. Right? Holy Bible. Has it got holes in it? Wow, in a crypt. Robert. 11th day.
There's actually no one here.
1551. William Pitt. Benefactions. Slow that down and read it if you want to. A calamity.
Sorry. Wait, how do you close it? Oh, that's how.
Gave £100, the interest to be given to the schoolmaster. This is the vicar.
Find this one.
The organs to heal organ. My favourite on that side. Oh, Alpha Course, that's quite popular with people. Trumpet. Soul story. That's what this is about. I don't think most people are complicit. I think they are just like the doctors of 2020 and beyond. This is the story of us. It's pretty ornate and pretty magnificent. I wonder what bird that is. Got a long neck. But that's pretty magnificent. What to say? There's the sun. Are these meant to be the stars? This actually reminds me of that image we see of the flat Earth, where there is a guy trying to get out of the firmament. Well, no, on the side, and it reminds me of how they depict the roof. Saint Peter with the keys. St. Paul, I think these are depicting your constellations, your 12 disciples, the disciplines. Peter being the eyes. Perhaps Paul is the ears. I've never quite figured out that theory beyond Peter being the eyes. You've got to guard what goes through the eyes because they are the windows to the soul. So this is a sort of late 1800s, maybe early 1900s. Gloriam Deet in memoriam Edward. Some king, the 7th Regus, 1901 to 10. The royals have such a deep connection to all of this. The Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. The IHS. So yeah. IHS, I can't remember what I've learned about IHS. You? Read that. This one is quite simple, isn't it, by comparison? Well, it's actually buckling there. It's quite simple by comparison to Paul and Peter. St. James. Flags I think are, like pirate flags. There are sort of symbols of sort of membership, eh? Virgin Mary. Who's this? Hello. Hi.
It's me.
Hi. What do you think of this church, Zizi? It's really good.
It's one church that you don't see every day.
Okay. Well, you see this quite often. This eagle.
Look, I don't mean the church, I mean this clock.
Oh, the
Clock
clock.
right here. Because it has a second hand.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that's so that the preacher can keep an eye on the time as he's giving his a sermon. Is this a Catholic one? Given the Virgin Mary. There, I wonder if this is Catholic. Blandford Forum. Part of this life, 1752. Lewin, is that a... Can I even say the word these days? You know, the synagogue people. Consumed the whole town. That's a name, isn't it? Slaughter. Crimea. Since augmented to £800, 3% reduced the interest of the same to be applied towards clothing 5 poor old men and 5 poor old women of Blandford, who constantly... Why they've taken Blandford out? I feel like this has got a basement to it. Yeah, interesting. But like I was saying, the ceiling's in bad shape here, damp. Keeping the roofs going is always a problem. Suffer all the children and bring them unto me. There is something about the trauma. Circumcision, heel prick. Something about the trauma that is done. Thou shalt have no other gods but me. Thou shalt not make to thyself any graven image, nor likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or in the earth beneath, or in the waters under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down to them, nor worship them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, and visit the sins of the father upon the children, unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me, and show mercy unto thousands in them that love me and keep my commands. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. People say, oh my God, so much these days. I try not. For the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember that thou shalt keep holy the Sabbath day. 6 days shalt thou labor, and do all that thou hast to do, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt do no manner of work. We should rest. And it's interesting, it's 7 days. And thy daughter, thy son, thy manservant, and thy maidservant, thy cattle, and the stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the 7th day, and hallowed it. There'll be more here. Honor thy father and mother, that thy days may belong in the land, we should be in the land, yes, which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thee being ye. This is our land, not the corporation's land. That's number 5. Thou shalt do no murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Go around the side here, see the last one. Thou shalt not bear false witness. They still got the F as an S. That's, I don't know why they got one S and one F there at the end, but against thy neighbour. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's wife, nor his servant, nor his maid, nor his ox, nor his ass, till that your Justin will be, nor anything that is his. So the timbers, this is also interesting. The timbers are replaced and the interior of the church decorated throughout at a cost of 5,000 in 1954.
Okay.
Thank you.
Would you know if Tina's about at all, please? Tina?
Oh no, I'm just visiting.
Oh, you only visit. I'm sorry. All right. I'm not supposed to see
I haven't seen anyone in the church today.
Okay, lovely.
So I don't know if there's an office.
I'll give her a ring. Okay, then thanks a lot.
All right.
Oh, hello, Tina.
Oh,
I was looking at you. Yeah. It's just we'd like to have a meeting Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. Yeah. If that's okay.
Yeah, of course it is.
Okay. Okay. Someone rings. Someone's in.
All right. Well, I think I'll end this tour here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Blandford Forum. See if I can glean anything from Tina. Where's she gone? Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't stop
Are
me.
you okay?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
You're Tina.
I'm Tina,
Are you
yes.
the organist or?
I'm the administrator of the church, so
Okay.
yes, yeah. So, yeah, if you
Just
have a
having
look around.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yes, you're extremely welcome.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you very much. I was curious to know, is there a crypt?
I don't believe there is one, but yes, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I've got some information about the church.
Okay. So there's no downstairs below the floor?
I'm really sorry, I don't.
Ah.
I know I've seen photos of them lifting up the floor, and I think they may have found things over it, but that was, it might be just my memory playing tricks.
Right.
Have a little read.
Thank you very much. Interesting. So I can take that with me?
Yes, you can keep that. That's
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You can slow this down. And the key. Right. It doesn't feel flourishing today. Sounds like a scam to me. She's a Wellington. So these people are building these unbelievable structures. Blandford Reform Bill riots. Sentence to death, but later famous quote, if I should die, think only this of me, that there's some corner of a foreign field that is forever England. First World War. American troops built up D-Day. US military police. Yeah, it's fanciful.